Hi, I'm Joel Gilgard with Gilgard Analytics. Thank you for tuning in to this YouTube video clip. This tutorial will cover U.S. regional real estate prices and rents. And this is from, the data is from 2021, and the analysis was done in September of 2022. And so you're going, why do I want to be interested? Why would I want to listen to this? Well, it's the data. I get all my information from the internet, and sometimes this data just isn't available as frequently. There are, and I really wait for certain companies to come out with their data once they get released. I find Kiplinger the most reliable. There are some other ones that are good too, because some others they look at only the most expensive neighborhoods, and that tends to skew the information. But this file is available out on Gilgard Analytics website, and so the purpose is this tutorial is to just walk through and help you orientate and basically give you an understanding of U.S. rents and prices in case you're thinking of moving or thinking of investing, etc. So in 2021, we're going to be looking at the median real estate prices in 89 cities across the U.S. And again, this is in 2021 dollars. And when you look at, and you really should be doing this from when you have large populations, it is probably better that you look at the median price that's in the middle versus the average, which takes all the prices and averages them out, because you have lots of variability in the population here. And then we're also going to look at the 3-year and 15-year median real estate price comparisons, and that's why I have a whole, I look at many more than 89 cities, but this just happens to be 2021. I can compare these cities with 3-year data and 15-year data. And then we're also going to be looking at the median rental prices in 89 cities across the U.S. in 2021. It's probably going to be fairly difficult for you to see this, but I'll try to make it a little bit larger to help out. And so where do we see the most expensive places in the U.S.? Well, you have Honolulu. The average price is a little bit above $600,000. And then let's see here, Los Angeles metro area is at about 710,000. You have Oxnard, and embarrassingly I don't know where that is, but that's about, I'd say about, let's see, 675,000. San Diego over 600,000. Look at this, San Francisco. And then you have San Jose. So San Francisco, San Jose, sorry for going back and forth, about 900 million or 900,000 in San Francisco, and San Jose, the price is close to 1.2 million. So on the flip side, here you have Toledo. Where do we have price? Let's just take a quick key. So this is 200,000. You have Akron, Ohio, Buffalo, New York, Cleveland, El Paso, and McAllen, Texas, right? And so, what determines the price of real estate? You've always heard this location, which is that's true, but it's really you are paying for whom you live with, right? Who are your neighbors, right? And so, educated neighbors, wealthy neighbors, famous neighbors, right? That will trip up the prices of your real estate, right? And then also, from an industrial perspective, right? Where are the jobs, right? So prices will tend to be more expensive overall in areas where you find work. Now Honolulu, this is where you can go for vacation. Very, very promising place. So Let's just take a look at, before we go in and look at the you know the data. Let's look at median monthly rates. And so, I just lectured you on what drives the price of rental. There is one more factor which I forgot to mention, right? And it is the underlying rent, right? And so we know this Oxnard, in San Jose, San Francisco, San Diego, there has to be a corresponding rent that you can collect, right? And that's the same thing with Honolulu. What I have found is, though, from a business perspective, it doesn't make any sense to buy rental property in a super expensive place. You're not going to be able to recapture that rent. It just, you have areas where the wealthy, they want to buy real estate because there's a lot of status to it. They want to buy because their neighbors are good, right? And that's why you pay more, right? For a residence in a good neighborhood, is to make sure that you don't have people who smoke weed, people who polluting the air, the smell, right? They're using chemicals in their laundry, they're playing music, they're being obnoxiously loud at all times of the day, their yards, their cars are not unsightly, right? That's what all goes into the composition of prices. So let's just see here. We had let's look at McAllen, and we'll go into these calculations later. But so McAllen, average price is below 1,000. Akron, right? So these are all places where you might not want to live there yourself, but you'll probably do well as a landlord in these areas, right? So you have Louisville, Milwaukee. Let's see some other places. Pittsburgh has actually become more popular. There used to be, and this again is, the first shall be last and the last shall be first. This is mean regression. Companies, they will want cheap labor. They'll be moving to Tulsa. They'll be moving to Toledo. You just wait and see. Pittsburgh, used to be much further down, but they've had a renaissance there. It's even possible in McAllen, Texas, that people will find it, profitable to set up industry there. Even in Cleveland, Cincinnati, Detroit, rent's still relatively high. But anyway, you get the general gist of this. So the way this works is I have filtered these 89 cities, and so you can see. Let's start with it's alphabetically by city. We'll pick on Akron, Ohio. The median price in 2021 was $150,000, and so the price change over 15 years, right, was a negative 7%, right? So you would have lost 7% plus of all the expenses that you put in. However, if you would have bought 3 years ago, you would have seen an increase of 11%. In rents, they're at $881. And let's look at Albany. Median price in 2021 was $215,000. So Albany has been doing pretty well for the past 15 years, increased by 13%, and then even more over the past 3 years. Let's look at Austin, Texas, right? They've done spectacularly well over the past 15 years. Prices have gone from, they've gone up 103%, right? With the average price today is $340,000. So, and average rents are $1,600. So let's look here. And I'm not sure why I have a 3.5-year price increase, but I do. Let's see here. What else do we have? What other areas have done spectacularly well? Bridgeport, Connecticut hasn't done that well. They've gone down 15% over the past 15 years. Cape Coral down 27%. Chicago, prices have gone down 19%, although they've gone up over the past 3 years. Cleveland, Ohio, down 23%. Colorado Springs has done fairly well, up 152% or 52%. And look at Buffalo, right? Nobody wanted to go there. Prices over 15 years have gone up by 94%. Let's see, Dallas up 67%, Deltona, Florida down 6%, Denver, Colorado up 73%, Michigan down 15%. Let's see here, what else do we have? Grand Rapids, Michigan up 40%. Greenville, South Carolina up 55%. Knoxville, Tennessee up 59%. Vegas down 16%. And most people who buy a house, they're going to stay there, for at least 15 years, right? Tennessee, this is Memphis, Tennessee, down 10%. Kind of surprises me. Tennessee has done pretty well. Miami prices are still down by 11%. Milwaukee, they're down 2%. Minneapolis, they're up only 5%. That's where I live. Nashville, Tennessee is up 7%. So the industry, when they talk about the business, that's where everyone is moving to is Nashville, in that general area. Ogden, Utah is doing fantastically well as also. Let's see if we can find any other fun factoids here. Rochester, New York, also done very well. Raleigh, Carolina, they've done well. Salt Lake City, up 65%. Texas, Utah, New York, north of New York City has done very well. Likewise, you have some cities like San Francisco, San Diego, San Jose, they've done also very well. Cities like St. Louis, they've lost 10%. Tampa has lost 3%. Toledo, Ohio, 16%. And so the national average price is $283,000. Median price is $229,000. And so the highest priced ones you'll find in San Jose, and the lowest price is in Brownsville, Texas, or McAllen, Texas. I have not looked at this in a while. Let's see if we had any other graphs. Nope, that was it. So we already showed you these. That sums up this tutorial. I hope you found this helpful for your endeavor, speculation in real estate, or if you're planning on moving someplace or moving away from it. This should help give you an understanding, right? So always keep in mind, one quick thing to look at, right, is the rents. Let's see if we can just find McAllen, Texas here. See if I can find it. McAllen. Okay, it's not. Let's go in Texas instead. If I can find the city in this one, San Antonio. Here's McAllen. I didn't spell it. It's with no A. So average price in McAllen was or median price was $84,000, and the rent was $734. So let's multiply the rent times 12. That gives you $8,800, right? So over $84,250. That gives you a PE ratio of about 10. This is a rental PE ratio. And so back 30 years ago, before this big upswing in real estate prices, it used to be you wanted to buy when you could get 10% rent and sell once it hit 20. So I want to just now go to show you. Let's go to California. Let's look at San Jose. And so average rent there is 2,423. Let's multiply that by, so you're paying 29,000 a year in rent. Let's see what kind of a rental, what that gives you. That gives you a rent of 2.5% rent. That is not good business to be in, right? What you really, to basically, so to compare, it was at 10 point some percent of 116 million. So what you need in order to give you a comparable business as you have down in McAllen, Texas. Now, given property prices might not go up that much, however, the reality is where prices are high, they're far more likely to fall than if they're very, very low. Even if they're not that favorable, they're more likely to go up. Rents would have to be $116,000 a year, so this would give you a rental average in San Jose should be about $9,666, right? So this tells me San Jose is not a town. It's not an industrial town per se. It's where you have an enclave of very wealthy people, and you have a very high desirability to live. Anyway, that concludes this tutorial. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know.